Yesterday ended with a channel, a downward channel, and I always look at those as bull flags, and I view upward channels as bear flags. First bar of the day, a trend bar through the bottom of the trend channel line. It's possible that the market could have reversed up. I personally don't like buying at the top of such a large bar. At this point, we have a little breakout of the bottom of the channel, and it could turn into a failed breakout in a rally, but I don't see how I would be buying in the next bar or two. Okay, a large bull doji bar. I'm not going to buy above its high because theoretically I would be risking to below its low. And even though it would be a failed channel breakout, it's below the moving average. The first bar was very bearish, and my risk would be far too great. So I would not buy that. What about selling below its low? I think that is okay, but because then it becomes a breakout pullback. But when the bars are this big and they're overlapping that much, I'm going to wait. We fell below a bull trend line, which is basically the bottom of a trading range for the past several days, and we came within a point or so of yesterday's low. So this is a test of yesterday's low. We had 3 pushes down, 1, 2, 3. On the day we had 2 pushes down, 1, 2, and a bull body. I didn't like the size of the tail, but it was definitely a possible low of the day. And for a bar like this, I think it's decent. It probably is going to be good for at least a scalp because there'll be enough traders who will wonder if it's the low of the day, so that they would be willing to buy it. Okay, the entry bar has a tail that is about half the size of the body, and that's a problem. So you have these 3 overlapping bars, one bar with tails. The bars are very large. You have this bar with a big tail. You have an entry bar with a big tail. To me, that makes me think that we're entering a trading range. Okay, next bar had an opportunity to be a strong bull bar, but instead it closed back down. And with the high of the day, we sold off, and then we came. This bar had a lower high. This bar also has a lower high. So we have a high, a lower high, and again even a lower high. That makes me nervous if I'm thinking that we're going to have a bull trend day. It's possible. We have the 3 pushes down. We have the test of yesterday's low. We're at the low of a 3-day trading range, so it's possible that we could have a bull trend day. But at this point, the price action is trading range price action. Okay, the market came down, tested the low of the entry bar, but it's forcing you to go long at 11 ticks off the low. And to me, that's a tough thing to do when the price action has been sideways. Another attempt to go up, and then we had a breakout to a new high in the day, but a 3-point tail, and that's not how bulls act. It broke above a bear trend line and had a very weak close, and to me that's a problem for a bull trend thesis. I think at this point, the market is going to correct more, and there should be more sideways price action. Would I short below here as a low too? I probably would not. The bars are too big, and we have a possible low of the day, so I would wait. Okay, inside bar after a big tail. I'm not going to me it's a pretty safe short even in this bar, just to place a limit order. Just pick a price, 65, 65 and a half. You just pick a price and just short anywhere with a stop above that high. I think that's a pretty high probability scalp. When the market came down 3 points here, chances are it's going to come down some more. So from a scalper's perspective, that's okay. I would not short below its low because I'd be shorting 4 points off the high on a day that raced up pretty quickly. Okay, and here is the key bar for the day right here. It triggered down, it triggered up, trapped. If anyone bought here, they probably took themselves out of the market. And then you have to decide, is this a higher low after a wedge bull flag, and will the market be going up? I think that's a really tough buy up here, but it's a logical buy. I was hoping that the market would come up and then give one more pullback, and instead you got a bull trend bar, you got another one tick breakout, and then you had the real deal. You had a strong bull trend bar. Look at this close and this open. The traders who saw this close immediately started buying at the market. If they placed limit orders to buy at the close, they were not filled. Next bar, if they placed limit orders to buy at this close, they it only went one tick lower and then took off. So to me, that is strong buying. This is a breakout, and yes, this is a trading range, but a breakout oftentimes leads to a higher trading range. When I see this, I immediately try to buy 1-point pullbacks, 2-point pullbacks. I also will flip up a 1-minute chart or a 2-minute chart and look to buy a high 1 or a high 2. Again, people trying to buy the close on a limit. It only went down one tick, filled their orders, and then went up again. Okay, the market is finally doing a pause. Third push up on the day. Here's the first push, second push, third push, a new swing high. If it is a trading range day and not a trending trading range day, each new high will be followed by a pullback. I think this move was strong enough that there's a pretty good chance. It's tall. There were very few pullbacks along the way. It just kind of went straight up. They weren't like big, 8, or 6, 8, or 10 point, or 10 tick pullbacks along the way. It just pulled back, a few ticks, and it just kept working higher and higher and higher. So there was aggressive buying throughout the bar. Small tail bottom, small tail top. This is a pretty good candidate for a thin area and a second trading range. So to me, I want to buy a high 1 or high 2 on a 1 or 2-minute chart. I want to buy a 2-point pullback, maybe a 3-point pullback. At this point, I would put a stop to exit, maybe below here. I would assume the market would not pull back below the double top and probably not below this spike. If the day is really strong, there should be a thin area between this spike and the low of some pullback in here, if there is a pullback. Okay, this bar is down. Okay, it looks like a 2-point pullback. I did get long in here doing something, but I don't remember if it was a 1-minute chart or a 2-point pullback. But going into tomorrow, we have a spike up, and this whole thing can be viewed as a trading range. So I'm going to be paying attention. Let me just say, this could be a 2-day trend resumption. We have a bull run, a sideways move. I'm assuming the odds are that we'll have another bull run tomorrow, that this will be a 2-day trend resumption. So up, and then a protracted tight trading range, and then more up. So tomorrow, I'm going to be looking for some way to get long near the bottom of this big trading range and hope for a swing up. And let me say one other thing about tight trading ranges. Very often when you have a tight trading range, the market will make a false breakout through the bottom of the range and then reverse up. So I'm going to pay careful attention tomorrow to see if we get a little sell-off and a spike below the bottom of the range. And that gets everyone thinking that the range is a top and not just a pause and a bull. And it traps traders out and it traps shorts in. To me, that is the best setup tomorrow if we get it. A 1-bar breakout to the bottom of the range that reverses up, and that could be the low of the day. And if you swing some, you can make 10 points on the day. The odds are that the day is not going to unfold that perfectly, but I'm definitely going to be watching for that. Let me take a look at the 60-minute chart. I think the market's going to try to get back up to the top of this trading range. We were up 10 or 15 points today. 10 or 15 points tomorrow would put us up here into the gap. Take a look at the daily chart. Okay, the market closed above the bear trend line. Is it a false breakout or will it turn out to be a real breakout? We have a gap over here. We have a strong close here. I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow gapped up, trying to create an island bottom. So I didn't check if there are reports. Probably a 50-50 chance that the market gaps up tomorrow, and then that makes my ideal trade non-existent. If it gaps up, I doubt that. My guess is the gap will hold. The reason why I think the gap will hold is because we have a gap here, and the bulls will try to create an island bottom that they can point to and say that the bottom is in. We're going up to new highs. Okay, I'm going to take off. Good night, everybody.